Greetings to everyone world over. Green morning, green afternoon, green evening. Such a pleasure to have everybody today for a very special program every Saturday at 8 p.m. with my colleague, Mr. Tyrone D. Brass, our advisor in the Northeast region. And we take you to 8 beautiful states every Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got 8 beautiful states. We have got 2 of the ladies from 2 of the states today. So let me first give a respect to them. We have got beautiful state called Mizoram with the capital Aizawl, and we have got another state called Manipur with the capital Imphal. But of course, we have got other states as well, 6 of them. We have got Tripura, we have got Meghalaya, we have got Assam, we have got Nagaland, we have got Arunachal, we have got Sikkim. So all the states, 8 of them, we extend them a very warm welcome. It's a pleasure to meet 45 million plus people. Every Saturday at 8 p.m., we have got a special program for all of you. And this evening is further very special because I still recall when the Lingpui airport was coming up, when the Mizoram University was coming up, and I was staying that time in tourist lodge Chalthalang, and I used to go to Wyoming, I used to Vanappa Hall, and a couple of good things I still recall. And the bypass was coming from Aizawl city to airport. When I look towards Manipur, wow, that's lovely. I can never ever forget. I wish to spend more and more time at Loktak Lake. I had gone to More. I had gone to where Subhash Chandra Bose ji, he waved his flag, and that is for India's independence. Moirang, I've gone that place as well. And then, of course, Imphal city is beautiful and where you have got a lot to enjoy, a lot to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 of the distinguished guests today from Mizoram and Manipur, we extend them a very, very hearty welcome. We have got Professor L. Fanai ma'am, and we have got Dr. Athan Tham Romita Devi ma'am. My apologies if I am not in a position to pronounce the names properly, but there's a special, kind of greetings because we are going to touch South Korea also today with Mizoram, with Manipur. We will also travel to South Korea, and I'll tell you some beautiful linkages what India has got because I spent a lot of time over there. We will talk about that as well. So our focus is teacher and youth empowerment, digital education, skills, tourism, entertainment. We are going to take all the areas in phases in subsequent programs. But today we will focus on teacher and youth empowerment. Today is 1522nd webinar. So you can well imagine more than 12,000 speakers have already come on this platform during this pandemic. People may call it that pandemic has given a lot of challenges. I would call it this pandemic has given lots of new opportunities as well. We all got to understand that. That is something very, very important. Now, like the last week, the winner today on the YouTube channel is Resh Malu Pul. She's the first to join this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are world over. She is the winner of the first prize this evening, Resh Malu Pul. We extend her a very warm welcome. And we also extend a very, very warm welcome to all other dignitaries because she is the first to join this evening on YouTube channel. Let me just move on and let me share a couple of. Today in the Northern India, particularly, there is a festival, there is a new year, which starts with today's festivities. And that is from 2nd of April, they call it a new year as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is also World Autism Awareness Day. Now, we all are aware of it when we are in education, that we got to understand autism very well, deeply, whatsoever way we can. So, we move on from here. The World Autism Day, which is only 7 official health-specific UN days which are being observed. and we got to take this particular day. Now, International Chamber for Service Industry extends a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us from world over. We are having a presence and footprint in almost 131 countries. And I always say, why don't we have faculty exchange, student exchange, cultural exchange, art, heritage exchange, research exchange, joint collaboration, joint innovations, a lot of things which can be done world over by all of us together. Our chamber is into service industry, like you have got tourism, hospitality, airlines, retail, medical, health, wellness, entertainment, radio, television, theater, music, films, all that is service industry, and similar way, education and skills as well. We are very happy that our chamber, way back in 1994, we brought India's first finishing school setup for the service industry. Our chamber took the help of the non-resident Indians. And the best part is that we basically brought a lot of children from the northeast part of India, cultural amalgamation, national integration, coming from the armed forces. Our vision was how there should be one identity and how all of us, we should take advantage of that. So keeping that in mind, 52,000 youth, they have been given complimentary free education, and 35,000 teachers have been empowered under the various capacity building programs. These are all children from northeast part of India. They are wonderful. They were in beautiful city Chandigarh, and they have gone now world over. They're working across the globe, and I'm very happy to hear the other day Professor Dickey and Professor Lallianzuali, they were telling me from Mizoram that some of our chamber students of 2000 batch, they are the general managers at present in the state. And one of our students, he also contested the election of the MLA in Manipur. Now there are 37 sector skill councils, excuse me. These are directly for skills development and basically to help the youth to strategically channelize them into various areas. This is to support the education ecosystem. During pandemic, we have been focusing on teacher and youth. The only thing is what happened is that during this pandemic, the brick and mortar institutions, they have gone totally digital. And that is something very important. And sometimes we wonder why music, dance, games, happiness, humor, fun, creativity, curiosity, storytelling, and now graphic novels, stimulation, passion, talent display, stress-free, technology-based, vocational and skill-based, and nature-based education ecosystem. Why don't we cover in our syllabi, which we do in our life every day, when we get up in the morning until we go to sleep, what all happens in our life? Why can't education be relevant to that? So education, skills, micro, small, medium enterprise, when we take together. Tomorrow morning, you'll be meeting our president. Our president is based out of United States. He is from the Woodbury University, Burbank, California. That's why I wish to share with all of you, we are very closely working with non-resident Indian and Indian diaspora world over. And a lot of programs which we keep doing from time to time. We extend you a very warm invitation. If you remain in touch with our YouTube channel, you can get all the intimation what is going on. This is tomorrow morning at 9:30. We will have a live telecast from Burbank, California, Woodbury University. And tomorrow evening, again, something very interesting. Every Sunday evening, 8 o'clock, like today we have got for Northeast, tomorrow evening, we are going to have non-resident Indians talking about the digital education, the new education policy, what all they can do. Can they help us in knowledge sharing, some research projects, or some other avenues? All that to be taken into consideration. What is neuro coach, cellular health coach, functional medicine coach, reverse aging coach, dietary metabolic coach, Now, future teachers, you're not going to be only subject teacher. You're going to be counselor, you're going to be coach, you're going to be mentor, you're going to be trainer, you're going to be master trainer. That's why if you see the title of our webinar is Making Education Relevant and Strategically Preparing Global Educators. Also, we have got a dream project. Our chamber has got a dream project. We wish to see in 2022, when India is celebrating 75 years of its independence, we wish to see 100 young boys and girls from northeast part of India getting commissioned into the Army, Navy, Air Force, paramilitary forces. So we are giving them the fine tips. This Monday, that is day after tomorrow, 8 p.m., there'll be a special session which will be dedicated how the girls by 9 ways. There are 9 different ways with your education, with your skills, with your qualification, where all you can get your commission. And besides that, we also cover, there are 43 different areas to get commission up to 42 years of age into the armed forces and paramilitary forces. We'll be talking on Monday, and there's a concept called human library, and where every journal talks about his own story. This journal who is going to come and meet you, he had been the president at 4 service selection boards. He is going to share his story. So ladies and gentlemen, as a part of 75 years celebrations of India, our chamber is working on sustainable development goals. And I'm grateful that Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council is associated with us very deeply. And we are working in the direction. We are bringing a special program for you, 12 hours non-stop from morning 10 till evening 10 before 15th of August, where you'll meet radio, television, theater, music, games, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, everything we will bring for you. And long time back, Napoleon Hill, in his book, he wrote, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So let's come together. Let's work together. I'm grateful to all the people, those who are joining us today from world over. And as I made a mention, till 25th March, we have completed 1,521 webinars. And we have come a long way. We are moving ahead every day. And this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are world over, because it's early morning in Canada, United States, Latin America, but it is post-lunch in entire Europe, and it's early evening in beautiful India and South Asia. So we join me extending a very warm welcome to both the ladies. Those are joining us today, Professor Fanai and Dr. Romita Devi. We extend them a very warm welcome. And let me just try Annyeonghaseyo. Annyeonghaseyo. That means South Korea. It is good evening. And Professor Fanai ma'am, you can unmute your mic. Dr. Romita ma'am, you can also unmute your mic. I think, what do we call Professor Fanai in Mizo to the good evening?
Chibai, we call it
Chibai.
Yes.
Chibai, yeah. I remember, because when I used to stay in tourist lodge Chalthalang, so we used to always call Chibai, yeah. Great.
It's a greeting, yes, greeting.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, Professor Fanai ma'am, who is joining us all the way from Mizoram, we would make a request to her. She can talk to us on teachers. She can talk to us about youth. She can talk to us about what exactly is to be done for the empowerment, what exactly Mizoram is doing, because we want every child, every teacher, everybody in Northeast to be associated. And our chamber has taken a pledge. Thereafter, we will be taking you to South Korea. You will not purchase any ticket. You will get a free business class ticket from Dr. Romita Devi ma'am. She will take a chartered flight. We all will go to South Korea. We will enjoy South Korea. We will talk about education, other things, lifestyle, because I think language you can learn the best by music, by songs, by culture, by costume, by heritage, by art, by craft. And I want to stop here because otherwise I'll say by cuisine. Then my mouth would be watering and Professor Fanai ma'am has to give me miso dinner. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's plan it out. I request both the ladies, please take your time. And Professor Fanai ma'am, you can start. We can, as a mark of respect, we would request you to kindly take on. And thereafter, I would promise that I will also be in the flight with Dr. Ramita Devi ma'am. We all will go to South Korea. And I'll tell you special linkage between South Korea and India today. With these words, hearty welcome to both of them and Professor Fanai ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful welcome and an enlightening speech about it. I think in future also we can work together. We can have a collaborations so that we can make education relevant. Why? That I really like that word, education relevant. Okay, and because of its relevance, I'm here because of that. Education is relevant. Had there been no education, I won't be here. Thank you, all those beautiful words. I think I just want to share my screen because
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Can I?
Sure, ma'am. Please, you have got all the rights.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Mizoram and our flight is about to land in Lingpui Airport. From there, we will go by road. I have learned with the pleasure that there is a beautiful bypass also now to go to Aizawl. So there we are. Wow. Great. Chibai, Chibai.
Okay,
lovely.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, ma'am. We have got the map, initial map.
Can this is the map, but sir already showed us the map of Mizoram. Anyway, just a brief glimpse. This Mizoram, I'm a Mizo. So Mizoram means a land of the Mizos only. So we have this district council back because before we are under the British government, and when Assam was annexed, we come under Assam, and then we become district, and then Union Territory UT, like Delhi UT 72 and statehood 79. So I think our literacy percentage is present is, according to 2011 census, is 91.58. That I just want to share that here. So in Mizoram, we have 11 districts. Though you know it, I just want to share it again. We have 11 districts, but small comparing to Manipur and other states. I think you may find it very small, but then before it was 8. When Sar came to Mizoram, it was not even around only 4 at that time when he was here. Okay, so Mizoram, we are in Mizoram. These are our dance, traditional. We are very proud of this chero. We have a world record also. More than 1,000 people together, they perform this. And the just below is, this is a Huat Kualam. I think Sar have been knowing this. This is how we welcome our guests. So I welcome you with Kualam, all of you. So this, like in Mizoram, as you know, it is a hilly area, and because of that, all the farmers, we practice Jum, shifting cultivation in the hilly area. But now, if you come to Mizoram, Mizoram is very, very beautiful, with beautiful scenery, hillock, and so on. And now, I think if you know dragon fruit, now we are very famous for dragon fruit now. So we export dragon fruit also. The government is also taking initiative, and private enterprise also taking initiative for this. And we, Mizoram also, we also import this beautiful flower, anthurium. So this is, the climate is suited for this anthurium. And because of this, we used to celebrate Anthurium festival. Please do come and enjoy. This is how we we spend this, but last year due to pandemic, it was not possible. Okay. Anyway, as we Sir said, I am in Aizawl, the capital city of Mizoram. So I just want to share only a few things about this, how, because we receive education, there is, as you know, India is very vast. I'm very happy. Thank you, sir, for organizing this type of webinar, particularly for the Northeast, this every Saturday. Thank you. Because if you look at this, how there is educational imbalance in our country. Like back in 1857, in Kolkata, in the presidency town, there is always already university. But in Mizoram, the first school, formal school, was opened only in 1894, and the middle school and the first college is also opened in 1958. At present, we have 26 government institute colleges, and there are also some private, very few private. And our university, as Sir has said, because of he was there when it was established. It was established back only on 2001. We have only one university. This is a central university, Mizoram University, we called it. And now there is also, we are blessed with a private ICSI University. And we have only one dental college, medical college, which is called Zoram Medical College. So we don't have engineering college yet, but there is polytechnic, women polytechnic, and that is okay. I just want to, and then regarding, since I am a teacher educator, so I just want to share, because our topic was also empowering teachers and youth. Today I'm going to share about how we empower the teachers so that they make education relevant for the society, for the development of the society. So teachers training was initiated by the Christian missionary in 1901, and this, but the government take initiative only in 1953. That is, they called it Basic Training Center. It was started, I think, started in Saltlang also. It was started at Saltlang, and later on with the NPE 1986, this diet, it was changed into TTI, Teachers Training Institute, and this was upgraded into DIET as per NPE 1989. And like secondary teacher education institute, there was no secondary, if you imagine, there was no secondary teacher education institute in Mizoram until 1975. In 1975, this Teacher Education Institute, the one where I'm working now, was started as the name of MIE, and with it, like now, NEP is very important for us because it is a turning point in the scenario of education, even on teachers. It is NPE 1986, as part that we are upgraded into CTE, College of Teacher Education. And furthermore, we are upgraded into College of Teacher Educations, and to IASE in 1912 to 2012. That is the history of our secondary teacher education institute. And now IASE, as part the survey, we are regarded as a showcase for Institute of Advanced Studies in Education in India. Okay, in the survey. And now we have IASE open this research center also. Now we have MPhil and PhD scholars. So like there are, so I'll do up to that. Then the agency empowering teachers are these, in the 8 district there are 8 diets, and imparting elementary teacher education, and SCERT in service, and they act as a part of NCERT, that, as you know, and IASE, we are giving educations, teacher educations to secondary, higher secondary, and even those who want, they come and receive educations of various kind. We impart in-service as well as pre-service teacher education. And Mizoram University Department of Teacher Education, that is Faculty Development Center, is in Mizoram University. They also empower teachers so that they make education relevant. This is SCRT. Then these are the various programs. These are the 8 diets. I just want to bring you to see you the to let you see the pictures of this diet. This is the diet Isol. They run elementary teacher educations and also as well as secondary education teachers. They have DLED and B.Ed here in Isol. And then Lunglei. Lunglei is also, they also have DLED and B.Ed. And then Colosseum, only diet, elementary DLED, Colosseum diet. This is the building, very beautiful. And then Sampai, I think Sir may be knowing that, maybe he visited that. Sampai, this is that Sampai diet. And here is Serchip diet. I think Sir will be coming up, he's on the way of Sampai, Serchip, and Mamit, near Lengpui, okay? And then Longklai, the southern part of Mizoram. This is Longklai diet. And diet Saiha, this is southern part. Most of the people here are the Mara are dwelling in this. They have autonomous district council. And teachers, these are the teacher empowerment programs. They impart all these institute in part in-service teachers training, workshop for teachers, workshop for innovative practices like this agency have imparted for sustainable development. Thank you for that. And educational capacity building programs, faculty development programs, all these. So they have done launch all these in order that teacher be empowered so that they can give qualitative and quantitative educations for the development of educations. So this is our institute, IASE. I just want to let you know. So what did we do? This teacher education, IASE empower the teachers and teacher educator. We offer pre-service teacher educations as well as pre-service. There is a special one that I'll later discuss it, how we empower that. And we also, there is a we prepare teachers to become teacher educator. That is why we run M.Ed, okay? And then in-service teachers training mainly for diet faculty. So diet faculty come to our institute and we give them educations of various as per their needs, like the one this agency have imparted orientation to diet faculty whenever they before the commencement of any sessions. We empower the diet faculty by giving them semesters teaching of as per their needs. And we also develop resources so that teachers can make use of these resources, and teacher may be teacher educator, teacher as well as teacher educator can be empowered. We need empower, because how important is teachers? Because teachers are the backbone. As we know, there's beautiful buildings. The country is not developed with gigantic building, but humble teachers. So that is why teachers need empowered. So I like this topic very much, this empowerment of teachers. And we conduct advanced level of fundamental, all this research work and other aspects. So this is where, these are the various, there are many programs we also organize so that teachers may be empowered. These are the different programs we organize in our institute. This is very different things. I think the agency must also come to our institute. So here we also, like every year we offer, we empower teachers by giving them educations like English, science, or various subjects. And we also develop workshop so that the teacher may acquire teaching skill. So many people, many schools, private institutes, and also we have one consultancy services and extension services in our institute in order to empower and help the teachers. So because of that, many people come, like many school, like Institute of Comprehensive Education, paramedical, even the theological, also they came and seek our expertise on the teaching methodology and skill so that they can be empowered. Okay, these are the, there are many programs. I will not mention this. I just, sometime, no, sir, we also, when the result, like when the public examination result, like HSLC, we called it here, there's 10 and 12 senior secondary. In Mizoram, we called it higher secondary. When the result is out, the board, Mizoram Board of School Education, identify the poor performing institute school, and then we also visit this poor performing school, and we give them teaching, and we motivate them, and we guide them so that they can perform better in the next year. In that way, we also have a field visit so that education may be relevant, and so that they can give qualitative education. We also often organize workshop, seminar of the kind, so that people, the teachers, can be empowered. Here, the teachers also now, since we are in digital world, now also, like Star has said, like this pandemic is also in a way a blessing, because had there been no pandemic before, we could not we will not experience all this webinar. So we can make here also this digital platform, all this smart classroom, all this. If the teachers know all this, they are empowered. We give online teaching also, like the one which we have organized it. So capacity building for teacher education. These are the various programs which we are organized so that teacher can be empowered in their respective field. These are also the various programs. And then what we did to empower the teacher is, like, there are many untrained teachers, like not like other states. So in 2011, before 2011 also, there are many untrained teachers who are supposed to be retired, but unless they are trained, they receive training, they could not get any promotion or any of those benefits. So of the time, as per the Kothari Commission's recommendations on the removal of backlog of untrained teachers, in order to empower them, we have an intensive short-term course, and they were given training for about 6 months, and then later on they are given a trained certificate, because they are well equipped with teaching skills, various teaching skills. And not only that, like in Mizoram, we have many backlog of untrained teachers. When the reform commissions in 2011, when they realized that there, even in secondary school, there are more than 1,616 untrained teachers, they want to remove it. And it is the government also declared that untrained, after 2015, untrained teacher cannot enter the classroom. As part of that, we have started this to remove those backlog of untrained teachers. We called it B.Ed multimode. B.Ed multimode. This is our uniqueness, IAS's uniqueness, because there is no B.Ed this kind of program in the entire India. Long time back there was in Delhi, but we are the only one who are running B.Ed multimode in order to remove this backlog of untrained teachers. So we, as per NCTE guidance and also university approval, this B.Ed multimode was introduced in our state. So with that, we have also developed study materials of various kinds, so that these untrained teachers can continue in their work and can be a better teachers to empower them. We develop all this. But not only this, now this is we have 200 seats. I think now onwards will not take more. This B.Ed multimode program will be terminated. So this is the pass percentage. Okay, the pass percentage for B.Ed multimode. I think this is what we are very proud of, and we said that this is one of our best practices. This is self-financing also. So in that way, we empower the teachers. So this IASE, we develop a curriculum. We have conducted workshop on curriculum development. Now also, as part the new NEP 2020, I think we have to develop a new curriculum in line with the education policy 2020. So with that, we organize workshop, seminar, webinar on this, particularly on teacher educations. So this is very, very helpful, I think. So in future. So in here, I just want to mention there, Faculty Development Center is there in Education Department, Mizoram University. So here in this, first of all, in order to empower the teacher, there is an identification of need-based training. They identified it, and so far, this FDC organized 32 training programs for secondary and senior secondary teachers, and also this more life skill education, peace education, question setting, and all this, so that teacher be empowered and have a better skill and quality in educations. So I think here Professor L.N. Misra is the director of this. So like in this empowering teacher at DWED, how they empower. This is capacity building program is also there. They organize capacity building program on various topics, like for primary school teachers, middle school teachers, and higher secondary school teachers. These DWED teachers also, they act as a trainer whenever the government have organized any such program for the enhancement of teacher educations. So they have this innovative workshop. When on this workshop, the teacher learn many new things, and they impart it in return to their respective institution. In this way, they have they empowered this, and this is for quality development. They have prepared this empowering the teachers, quality learning. They prepare learning materials for teachers. So there is a workshop on that. They organize it. This is very, very important aspect. So they conduct in-service teacher education all the every now and then. And these are the various programs. There is awareness program. They also launch awareness program on that, and subjects-wise teachers training, so that teachers may be more empowered. So learning outcomes for primary, and in NAS also they perform it so well. Then Hindi, as you know, sir, will be knowing that most of us, because in Mizoram, our official language is Mizo and English. And I think most of us, we are very afraid to speak in English, Hindi. And that is why even at IASE and even in many DWED, they used to organize Hindi training seminar or workshop, so that we can, the teacher will know these are official language Hindi, and they may not be afraid to speak in Hindi. So this is one such a program organized by DWED. We also organize this type of skill development on speaking Hindi, spoken Hindi. So consultation meeting on NEP 2020 is also, sir. We held it here in Mizoram. So, and because in the NEP 2020, early childhood care and education was very important. And because of that, the foundation is very important. Since it is very important, so workshops are also conducted with the teachers, with the in-service teachers. So empower teachers. This is very important aspect of this. So teachers are also, they carried out field-based empirical studies to improve primary school. So the DWED comes, they did all this. So I think here they visited many schools and they provide leadership in innovating elementary school teachers. And also, I just want to let you know tonight is like we have to par with the rest of the world. If we don't want to be left behind, we have to participate in this webinar. I think tomorrow's topic and the Monday topic are very, very important. I think if we attend, because I have attended after Sir has sent me the link, I used almost every night during the, after that I used to attend. Then I really benefit those from those webinar. I think this will be very useful in teacher education also, like attending this webinar or seminar of this kind are very important because there are experts. I think we, the teachers, need an empowerment in this. Like in NEP 2020 also, they stress very important. Those the criteria are also made. I think for tonight, there is very limited time. Now I'll just give time to Dr. Devi, and then if there is time permit, I will continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was a lovely presentation. Thanks a lot. You gave such a beautiful insight, and I remembered and recollected so many things, ma'am,
Yeah.
all the time, which I have been deeply associated with such a beautiful state. You took us to Lunglei, you took us to Champai, you took us to Mamet, Longtalai, all the places I still recall. And lovely besides, of course, Tourist Lodge Chalthalang and Mizoram University that time setting up in 2001, and Lingpui Airport coming up, that bypass coming up. And I hold Pu Zoramthanga in great respect because he's a very dynamic person. That time we had the Chief Secretary, Pu Lalringa.
Yes,
And
yes.
people, those are watching world over, when you give respect to somebody in Mizoram, to the male member, you call Pu. And when you give a respect to the lady, you call P.
Yes.
And there is a lady in the Mizoram University Director College Development, Professor Lalbai Diki Henante. You know, we call Professor Diki. That is easy for us to pronounce. I always call her Professor Diki. So she says, call me Diki, and I'm there. There is no problem.
Yes.
So I'm grateful to her that she introduced you to us, and you have come for the program. You spared your time. You joined us. 3 takeaways I would like to give you right now, ma'am. In the digital mode, because our chamber does a lot of CSR activities where you have not to spend any money, let us organize one of these days a wonderful program which we can share with you for teachers' capacity building, teachers' empowerment, where we would like to tell them what is happening globally, what will happen post-pandemic, and how the digital university is going to reshape the world.
Yes.
So we would require one more session with you. I will take NEP 2020 after a few weeks, whenever it's convenient to you, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your convenience. We will work out and we'll plan it out.
And also, sir, regarding the empowerment of youth also, where I think that we'll speak next time.
Yes, and in that program, we would involve that why music, dance, games, singing, humor, happiness, anchoring. And I will get you the CEO of the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, and I'll tell him at least give 100 scholarships to Mizoram, where the children can get free 3 months training program, online, digital, from the Media Entertainment Skill Council of Government of India.
Very informative, yes.
We will work out. We'll work out.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm grateful you joined us today. Ladies and gentlemen, now tighten your seatbelt, sit in the chartered flight. It's going to South Korea. And we all are going to take our journey via Manipur to South Korea. Now, Madam is teaching South Korean language. I'll be failing in my duty if I do not convey my deep gratitudes and thanks to Madam Chanchan Wahangam. You know, she had been so very kind, very innovative, and very creative, very vibrant girl, always running around. We should do something for Northeast India. And I always feel we need more and more people like Chanchan who can bring in more people. Aim is, unless we don't tell others what is existing in Northeast, how people will come to know. So first of all, ma'am, there is no rush. There is no tailwind and headwind. You take your own time. I'm not rushing at all. We want to do justice with the subject and we want to enjoy the Korean language being taught in the BT University, if I correctly remember, over there in Manipur or wherever it is. But we wish to hear from you, ma'am. With these words, we extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. A. Ramita Devi, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. And a special thanks to sir for giving me this opportunity. I am Annyeonghaseyo. So we
will repeat 5 times. Please tell us how to say in Korean, good evening. We'll repeat 5 times with you. 5 times with you.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
하세요. 안녕하세요.
Say. Okay.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네. Yes, sir. Actually, I'm very thankful to the whole platform, basically, to be able to speak a little bit about skill enhancement of the youth. And this is through foreign language learning. Actually, we've had Chanchan Wahingbang, thanks to her for actually giving me this opportunity. She's the one who called me up and I requested me to speak. So I was also wondering that recently I was engaged in a skill hub initiative program in Manipur University. So while working in that area, I was wondering how to reach out to as many people and how to create that sense of awareness about this particular program, which I'll like to talk about in a few minutes' time. We have actually often heard about the phrase that India has a very young population. And it is a good thing that we have a very young population when it comes to the future of human resource, that our country will have a young population to work for many more years to come as compared to other countries which has more of aging population like Japan. So, but one point to ponder upon is how employable is this young population? The employability, or how skilled they are, the youth of India, and will they be able to productively contribute to the economy at large? So keeping these things in mind, I just prepared a very short talk on how to enhance or how to give that edge, giving them some skill-based training or a vocational training, and to be able to make them more employable and more attractive to the companies, private companies. So this brings us to this topic called Skills Hub Initiative. It is a concept. The Skills Hub is a concept which has been floated by or introduced basically by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And the main objective of this skill hubs is to offer competency-based vocational training for school dropouts and out-of-school young population. So the program is called Skill Hubs Initiative, which began on 1st January 2022. So this initiative is implemented through National Skill Development Corporation under the central component of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 3.0. So the University Grants Commission has identified few institutions and central universities to launch this program this particular year. So Manipur University, where I teach Korean, is one such central university where Skill Hub initiative once was launched and inaugurated on 31st March 2022 with a short-term vocational course on basics of food processing. So this is the first short-term course through Skills Hub initiative that Manipur University is offering at the moment, with 29 students already registered. So through this hub, the university also plans to start a foreign language course. This is where our department comes in, Department of Foreign Languages, for a duration of 6 months, where young people who could not complete class 12. The main target students is those who have already passed class 10 and who could not complete their class 12. So to be able to help them get some job opportunity by giving them some skill-based training. And through this initiative, we are going to introduce Japanese language, not Korean. I will give the reasons why. So this is done keeping in mind the demand for partially skilled workers, that is blue-collar jobs in Japan. The Department of Foreign Languages, Manipur University, we had organized a seminar on job opportunities in Japan on November 19th, 2021. This was in collaboration with a consultancy firm called HNA Arms Japan in India office under the Technical Intern Training Program. So here they come to our department. We have 3 courses in the department, 2 certificate courses, 1-year certificate courses in Chinese and Japanese, and 5 years integrated MA in Korean. So these are the 3 programs that we run in the department. So the company had reached out to us to recruit students from the department. So through their training program and through this collaboration, 4 students will be leaving to work in Japan. So the catch is that these are all blue-collar jobs, not white-collar jobs. But some workable knowledge of Japanese language proficiency is enough for them to be able to get a job and then move to Japan. So keeping all these things in mind, it was suggested that with the rounds of meetings that we sat together, that we suggested that Japanese would be a better language to introduce through Skills Hub initiative, and to help the students those who are wandering around not knowing what to do with their lives because they are not educated enough. So giving them the opportunity to do something better for themselves. This is what how our department is going to encourage and enhance and empower the young people. We cannot the demand for the types of jobs that the students are expected is in the area of being old age caregiver in the hospitality sector and assembling machines. So basically labor force labor task jobs, blue collar jobs. So for this, the linguistic capacity of Japanese is evaluated through the JLPT, Japanese Language Proficiency Test score, which is considered, it is considered for various kinds of job opportunities in Japanese companies situated in India as well as in Japan. So JLPT, there are 5 levels. So N1 to N5. N1 is the highest and N5 is the easiest. So they may clear to about, after 1 year certificate course, students have cleared till N4 level. So now we are targeting to help them clear the higher levels. So this is what is required out of them. So 4 students are already leaving. Then 9 more are still in training to leave for Japan. So keeping this thing in mind, we could not start with Korean because For Korean, the topic level. Topic is the test for proficiency in Korean. The level of the candidate has to be at least level 4, which is very high. For Korean, the demand is to work in all these Korean companies, even in India, you need to be a graduate, plus the topic level, you should have at least level 3 or level 4, which is very high. So which is the reason why through the Skill Hub initiative, Korean language was way out of reach. So for now, for short-term courses, in the Korean Cultural and Arts Center in Imphal offers 6 courses through Sejong Hakdang, King Sejong Institute. So for 4 months period, there are 6 courses available, short-term courses, beginner level 1, 2, intermediate 1, 2, and advanced 1, 2. So if anybody is interested in learning short-term courses in Korean, then Sejong Hakdang will be one perfect place to approach. Beyond that,
please go over this again, ma'am. What would be the best place to approach? Some of the people are writing here.
okay,
Could you please repeat that?
it's a King Sejong Institute that the Korean Cultural and Arts Center Imphal, they run short-term courses. So because we are unable to, we had a certificate course in Korean, we discontinued it because we have now MA program and we lack teachers. So
what is the duration of that course, ma'am? That crash course?
4 months, I think, 4 to 5
Okay.
months, yes. 4 to 5 months.
Thank you. Thank you.
So then, again, even after finishing all these courses, your topic score, level 4, level 3, level 4, it should be the target. So if you clear those, then you can apply in all these many Korean big companies, or even apply for scholarships to study further in South Korea. So now this is all about Skill Hub initiative. Coming to K-pop. K-pop, I'm sure everyone knows about K-pop. It's a global phenomenon. So now the Hallyu 2.0, Hallyu is the Korean wave. So the Shin Hallyu, the new Korean wave, the influence is very visible in the northeastern region of India. But the relationship between K-pop and Korean language learning is minimal. We have had students who were major K-pop fans who apply for the course, who come to us to learn Korean language, but in a month's time, again, they drop out because they are just into it for the K-pop fever, but don't really want to go deeper into the Korean language learning. So this is one major finding that we have based on the data of what kind of students we get and how many students continue to pursue the course and how many students actually drop out. So again, since I'm already out of time, I will just conclude here saying that through the NEP 2020, in the government is already working very hard to streamline the general education, bring it closer and give it a vocational training edge so that the students who pass out become employable. So which is why we will be designing short-term courses in various fields, not only in foreign language. We are asked, our university is to offer 2 foreign languages through Skill Hubs initiative. So one is Japanese and one more we still have to identify. So keeping these things in mind, these are the small steps that we've taken to help the youth. And then the sad part is when we had the counseling session for the Japanese course through Skills Hubs initiative, the target was to get class 10 pass only. But we have 23 students who came for the counseling session. Of that, only 5 were just 10 pass. 2 had finished 12th. Then the rest, all BA, BSc pass, or even finished the MA. They came looking for these courses, because they cannot find employment. And it is not possible for all the graduates to give them a government job. So now again, with the general education that they have, since they don't have any other vocational training, no jobs are available for them. So this is how the university plans to bring the gap between number of graduates that we have who pass out, and then the number of those graduates getting employment once they finish the course. So that is all for me today. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. It was such a wonderful to have your views onto it. And that was something really nice, which we all gained and we learned. Few takeaways from what Madam has mentioned, I wish to share with all of you. There are approximately 800 products at present in India when we talk about with regard to Koreans. You know, we have got about 800 products which you can see, and there is a Korean trade fair which you can see it. It's right across Gurugram. When you cross Delhi, I had gone and I met DG for a cup of tea the other day, and there's a Korean trade fair. People, those are interested to work with the Korean companies, there are more than 800 top companies. And I'm a very strong believer the time has come. 19th century belonged to Europe. 20th century belonged to US. 21st century belonged to Asia. You must pick up Asian language. You must learn Asian language. And any foreign language, if you pick up, is going to help. Mr. Tyrone D. Brass, our advisor, who is based out of Meghalaya on education, is writing, BTS has a large following in India and the Korean language is gaining its popularity in India. So that is something very nice, which he has made a mention. I wish to share with all of us over here something very interesting. I just wish to tell all of you, ladies and gentlemen, learning language, Madam will agree with me, is the best way. Learn songs, learn music. I went to Japan. I never attended any grammar classes and all, but when I used to sing over there, Konnichiwa, Watachiwa, Sharma des, I picked up everything while watching their television, their music, and their programs. Same thing is applicable. All of us, we should try. We should work it out. We should think about it, what is to be done, how it is to be done, which way it is to be done. But learning a foreign language is very important. Why not to pick up an Asian language? And with the permission of both the ladies, I'll take precisely 3 minutes. I wish to share one video with all of you. The entire world, those are watching this program. Initially, there'll be an ad for, I'll just try and cut this ad, but I want to show you this video so that you understand what linkage in
48 AD में यहाँ से महारानी गई होंगी।
कोरिया और अयोध्या के रिश्ते जुड़े हुए हैं आपस में।
अयोध्या के दीपोत्सव की चमक इस बार साउथ कोरिया में भी दिखेगी। योगी सरकार ने साउथ
I am going to stop this video because I just thought you should just get the glimpse only that look how the language
2000 साल पूर्व यहाँ से महारानी गई।
How 2000 years back they consider the Maharani had gone from here and she went all the way to Korea, and There are lot of programs
माँ
available
का
on this.
सपना था कि मैं भी पढ़
Just
लिखूं,
one
लेकिन
second.
राजनीति विरासत में मिली।
2000 years ago,
Yes.
the Ayodhya princess, years ago, the Ayodhya princess traveled to Korea and married a Korean king.
You can see now, this is a relationship between India and Korea.
Thousand years ago, the Ayodhya princess traveled to Korea and married a Korean king.
I'm not showing the full. Rest you should see it on the YouTube yourself. My basic aim was to tell you the glimpses. It is very, very important. I could have shown you some Mizo films also, which I enjoyed. You must enjoy bamboo pickle. That I love. It's such a beautiful pickle. You know, when you take that pickle, it's lovely. And what Madam was mentioning, that dance, the bamboo dance. Imagine what a coordination, boys and girls. Oh my God, what a rhythm. How do they lift it? How do they play it? How do they place it? I think education should be deeply linked with entertainment industry. It's very important. If both the ladies agree, you can explore today. Before we close this session, I give you an offer to both of them. I can bring Media Entertainment Skill Council. I can get them. They can give a presentation to Mizoram as well as to Manipur, because you both have taken initiative. I want to give the offer to both the states because we have a MOU signed with the sector skill councils. So what we can do, Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, they have got a programs how to become TV anchor, how to read, how to become news reader, how to become newscaster, how to be a good orator, how to do event anchoring, how to do live events. Besides that, radio, television, theater, music, concerts, events, event planning, event marketing, event management. The role of the teacher is going to totally change now. Teacher is going to be teacher also, subject teacher also, mentor also, counselor also, coach also, trainer also, master trainer also, neuro coach also, and not only for the children, but even their parents. We have to tell them, don't be after marks, go for the talent, go for the talent. And the new education secretary, the lady, Anita Karwal, the other day when she was talking, storytelling is an art. Why not we should build more stories of Northeast India? Why not we should have a television serial based on real facts and figures of the historical perspective of Northeast India being a part of television programs and films. I will share some other day with you. One of the girls, she walked for 7 days. And after 7 days, after walking for 7 days, she got a scholarship. She did her graduation in tourism, hospitality, and airline. She didn't miss the class even for 1 day. She was selected for hospitality industry. She went to Chennai. She worked hard for 2 years. She got selected for the cruise. She's in Florida, getting a salary of 1,80,000 rupees per month. The child who was struggling on the border area, on a very sensitive area. So people, those who have not seen Northeast, you have not seen the world. If you have not traveled to the Northeast, you do not know how much this particular civilization, we got to bring Northeast in the main fold, and there is only one means, and that is education and skills. Education and skills. If we give right opportunity to the children, and teachers should laugh, be happy. There is a doctor whose father was companion of Ambedkar for writing a constitution. And you can see his video on the YouTube. His name is Dr. V. Ramachandran. Dr. V. Ramachandran. And you know what he says? Why humor is not a part of education? Why music is not a part of education? Why laughter and happiness is not a part of education? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to remain young like me at the age of 72, you've got to be happy. You got to be happy. You should be happy all the times. Whatsoever you are doing, put your heart, soul, vision, spirit, mind, everything in that. But enjoy music. Enjoy music. Even if you have instrumental music or a vocal music, while cooking also, if you are playing some instrumental music, you see the taste of that food. But when you are crying and cooking, see the taste of that food. So thereby, I would request everybody should be musical like our Northeast children. They are talented. They are wonderful. They are waiting for the right opportunity. And I request both the ladies today, think about it. Let's plan a very big program. I will invite Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council. They will bring the experts. And I'm telling you, on this chamber platform, not a single rupee to be spent. Everything will be free of cost, no money to be spent. But with a commitment that Professor Fanai ma'am will do one more program with us, and with a commitment that Dr. Romita Devi ma'am will teach us Korean language. We are very keen to learn that the best possible way. With these words, with the folding hands, my great salutations to both of you. Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you very much for being a part of this particular program. And I'm also grateful to both the ladies, Professor P. Dickey and our Chanchan. They had been very kind to bring both the ladies. So ladies and gentlemen, keep enjoying, be happy, make your life musical. If you are positive, world is positive. If you think positive, if you talk positive, if you live positive, you will remain young and you will disappear from this world young. That should be the beauty of life.